We're going live.
This is the Sober Peasants Podcast with Keith and CA, bringing you opinions of the news from a Christian perspective.
Hello there. All right, we also have the rest of the Sober Peasants crew with us. We have Baldy the Limey, otherwise known as Jack, or Jackie Boy. I don't know, at least I call him
You
Jackie
call
Boy.
me that, and I will strangle you. With love.
Yeah, with love. I don't know, it's just because it was Chibs from Sons of Anarchy. He always calls Jax Jackie Boy, so that kind of got stuck in my head. Um, then we have Deidre, she's the Christian, non-denominational, independent left or center.
Left of
So
center. Yes, that
let's,
would be my political stance as opposed to my theological stance, yes.
so yeah, we're
A theological stance brands her a heretic.
Hey now, hey now.
all right. So this is the Sober Peasants crew to the fullest. So yeah.
You
All right.
forgot to introduce me.
Oh yeah. Well, you already introduced yourself. I didn't even introduce myself.
Just saying.
Okay, that's
Keithy,
Keithy.
you are a master of voice changing, man.
I know, man. I'm practicing for being a voice actor because people say my natural voice sounds so cartoony that I should just be in voice acting. So now I'm just practicing how many different voices I can do.
Can you do the
Oh,
voice
nice.
of a woman? That's my question.
I don't know. I guess I can try. Nah, not
That
quite.
just sounds camp.
Ah, fuck. I have to try again. Okay.
And there goes the F-bomb on a Christian show.
Whoops.
It's cool.
Just
We-
ignore that. You
we
saw.
forgive.
You heard nothing.
Forgive and forget, right?
You heard
Um,
nothing.
All right, so
Just go back. Just go back when this video's not live and just edit that part out. Cause you
yeah. Okay, so we got. Let's check the news real quick before we go into any apologetic questions that can be suggested by the audience or even some of our sober peasants. First in the news, then we'll get to Deidre. He's the man that's so far getting positive on the Republican side. Ben Carson has recently won the Southern Republican straw poll, and apparently this is showing a much more stronger possibility that he's going to be the next president of America. Any thoughts on Ben Carson being president?
Yeah, I do.
Because this guy, the reason why I picked this out, because he goes on TV and he's written several books. He definitely loves America, but he speaks on it saying, whatever happened to Christian America? And he also he used to be a neurosurgeon. Or, no, basically he was a doctor, like one of the professional surgeons. And one controversy that's got him with some atheists and certain Christians is that he believes in creationism and evolution and thinks that evolution's a lie.
You know how many other people think evolution's a lie? No surprise here.
I know. It's just that normally you don't see presidents that used to be scientists like Ben Carson that try to run for president and then say that I think he might even take that out of the education
Well,
system
people
if he gets
also
it.
say that,
president.
that we're not used to having a black president, and look how well that turned out.
Yeah, the Republicans just basically got their own black president, so that's their plan. So that way no one can say Republicans are being racist.
No, they're just sexist.
Yeah, they don't want Clinton running. And neither do I. I guess that's the old Republican that was in me.
Oh well.
You just lost
I'm not
about
even
you just lost
American,
about 50% of your American viewers.
Right.
That's okay. These
That's
thing
fine.
is,
You
I'm
lost California.
Yeah.
I'm not even American, so it's pretty hard for me to comment on these things. I mean, we have to talk about what our next prime minister, who our next prime minister is.
Did you check behind the sofa?
What?
They lost California.
All right. Deidre, what's in the news on your end?
Several Oblivion gates have opened across Tamriel.
I was going to talk a little bit about the Christian persecution that we've witnessed. We maybe have all seen the Christians that were brought to the shore. Some of them were, I believe, Coptic Christians from Egypt, brought to the shore and beheaded. And I was just reading how this has had an unintended effect on
Ouch.
on Egypt. So actually,
Ah.
what's kind of very fascinating about this is that people have been so moved, and Egyptian television has shown these people professing faith and then dying for it, that actually they're seeing an increase in evangelism and people being interested in Christianity. So it was actually kind of interesting to me that through these horrific executions of Christians, that there are some people, instead of being scared, they're actually getting curious about it. Because you have to think, from the numbers that I'm given on this WND website, which is that was kind of talking about it. It was a Christian news website. It was saying that they think that maybe about 10 million Christians are in Egypt, which is a large amount of Christians, considering it is the Middle East. And Egypt has a long history with early Christianity, which a lot of I think American Christians don't seem to completely understand. But actually, it's been alive and well in Egypt for a very long time. But now Islam is now the dominant religion. They're thinking between 73 million versus the 10 million. And so definitely the dominant religion. But what's interesting is that the abuse of Christians and it's just video footage of a martyrdom has had a opposite effect. Instead of scaring people away from Christianity, it's causing people's interests. And because of that, it said there was a Bible tract created within 36 hours following these public executions, and they distributed this tract on 1.6 million copies had been distributed amongst everybody, and they had airplay on Egyptian television. So I just kind of was going to hit on this. While I think martyrdom's terrible and nobody should be persecuted for their beliefs and it's awful, it has this unattended effect, as we remember from the early church. It's like blowing a dandelion, and it causes this to spread, and the seeds to spread.
I think you might be interested in a quote by Tertullian, who said that the blood of the martyrs is the seed of the church.
Indeed, and that's what I was kind of going to go at. If there was anything positive to say about somebody dying for their faith, it is the fact that it's kind of compelling, and it does make people think, well, these men are willing to die for Christ. What does this mean? And I just wanted to point that out. It's an awful thing, but if there was a positive thing to come out of there, it would be that their lives aren't in vain, and that it's almost like the ultimate tool of evangelism.
Definitely puts it in perspective. I don't think many would be willing to die for their faith, and I'm not sure I would be able to just to put it in a simple way. I don't think I have that kind of faith where, faced with a man in a mask with a machete willing to saw off my head, would I have that courage apart from the Holy Spirit to say Christ is Lord, in those final moments? In fact, something interesting is one of those Coptics that were killed wasn't actually a Coptic Christian. He was just hanging around with them when they were sort of dragged to the beach, and he was given the option of going or dying with them. And they said, the executioners asked this man, do you believe as they do? And he looked at them, and this guy was actually a Muslim, and he looked at these Coptic Christians kneeling about to be killed, and he said, their God is my God, and he was killed with them. And that's what you call
really
a baptism
moving.
of blood.
That's something. Yeah, I've heard that claim a lot by Muslims, that we share the same God, because Allah in English just means God, same as Yahweh and Elohim and all that stuff.
It's the same God, but they screwed up the religion. It's not what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, they did
That's
say
right,
that.
Keithis.
Yeah, that Jesus is not a prophet, is not a part of the Trinity, but he's a prophet.
Them Muzzies got
Actually,
some things
they-
messed up.
They do say that Jesus is part of the Trinity, but they get it wrong.
They get the thing wrong on so many levels, dude.
The thing is,
It's not
with
just
Islam,
that, man. There's so many
yeah,
different things.
is
They have
that
like an entire different holy book.
when it first appeared, the church thought it was a Christian heresy.
Well, yeah, then you even look at their society then. People think Christianity treats their women bad.
Alright, I got a...
I don't want to bash on Islam. That wasn't the point. The point was for actually to, just to point out that the unintended results of persecution, which is martyrdom, really. I mean, we're seeing modern day martyrdom, real martyrdom, may I add, not Kirk Cameron American martyrdom, but real martyrdom in modern times, and the effects of it are unintended, and I think it's fascinating in a way.
Okay, Ken Hoven's in jail. You call that persecution? Okay, tell me when he's gonna be executed and killed for his faith, and then we can talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's pathetic. Because when we call that persecution, apparently there's not a lot of people. There are people laughing at us, and they...
He's not even in jail because he's a Christian. He's in jail because of the tax evasion thing.
Yeah, and then we got people over in where ISIS is that are being killed for their Christian faith, and what's the result of that? More people are being converted. So true martyrdom and true persecution is going to win a lot of apparently, I guess, if by spectacle sites, is going to win a lot of viewers of the faith.
Win a lot of souls.
Yes, win a lot of souls. Now
I think you were gone when I said the quote, but Tertullian, way back in the early church, actually said the blood of the martyrs is the seed of the church.
Right. There's one thing that I want to bring up, and I think we should cover this occasionally, or at least keep track of it. But I think we should keep track of the Kent Hovind case, because as much as I disagree with his theories, I think that I've heard there's extra charges that are trying to be brought on him, and I think it's just, he's served the time he's already needed. I think it's just time to let go.
Extra charges. This isn't some sort of conspiracy that the people made up,
And supposedly he is supposedly the charges dropped, and that he's supposed to go free. But then some people are saying there's misinformation.
I thought that the situation was that his lawyers filed something incorrectly.
Right. So we're just going to keep track of this, and if anything new pops up, then we'll keep up with it and post it, because honestly, Brother Kent needs to, I think he personally needs to be out.
Do you think that he'll just turn to more of a crazy conspiracy person, though?
He'll already, if he, as much as I think he's a conspiracy
Does it
theorist, yeah, he'll probably just be one in prison. Yeah, it doesn't matter if he's in prison or if he's out of it. There's a guy named Jerry Rose, and he actually did a thing of Q&A on one of Jerry's videos. So
how'd that work out?
He calls him and puts him on speakerphone. Yeah, he knows. He personally met him and asked for his number, and they did their thing.
I need to talk to this individual, man.
Just talk to Jerry Rose, and he'll, if you want to ask Kent a question, then ask him about that, and maybe they can get something set up.
Yeah, I have a question. I need to know because he apparently is an expert on all this conspiracy stuff, so I need to ask him what exactly is with it. Well, I've been curious about some certain things. It's like, so how much of this whole Illuminati thing is true?
All right, but yeah, I would ask Jerry about that. Deidre, what's the last piece of news we got?
Well, the last piece of news that I have is kind of a sad situation. It has to involve the Duggars. I'm not really a big fan of the Duggars. I think it's kind of bizarre.
What's that?
The Duggar family is the family, I believe, that's on the channel TLC, and they have 19 kids and counting.
Really?
And he believes that, if your quiver is full of children, this is a good thing. This is a sign of God's blessing. Unfortunately, one of his children is in a scandal right now, and he's older now, but at 14 years old, I guess he was involved in some incest and sexual relations with his younger siblings, girl siblings. And the scandal kind of developed, from my understanding, from all the websites I've been reading, that some of the scandal was kind of involved in the mishandling of his actions. Some people I would say that the authorities weren't originally contacted. Maybe the church knew about it and didn't say anything. I just kind of wanted to hit on that really quick because there's a lot of talk about him. A lot of people, Mike Huckabee's defending him, Josh Duggar, and trying to protect him. And I would say that I understand he did some things that were, as a 14-year-old boy, messed up, but I did want to hit on the subject of abuse and say that abuse isn't just a adult to a younger child. It can be an older sibling or an older friend or neighbor or something to a younger child. And I just kind of want to talk about what to do when you suspect abuse, if you work in a church, if you're a clergy member, if you work with kids at all. And you know what you do? You report it. When you think you have signs of abuse, or you're actually flat out told that something's going on, you pick up your phone and you always, always, always report it. And anytime where we see churches or Christians try to handle it in-house, it almost always turns into a scandal. And so it's better to just pick up the phone and report it.
Yeah,
And
just
part
to
of the
let you know,
reason why
you
you
could
want to
also report
do,
these things anonymously, so that it's not
yes.
like you're going to be looked at as a pedophile. You will be anonymous. So
Yeah, a lot. I think some people are like, well, how do I know? And you think you kind of sometimes will side with the perpetrator, like, what if I'm wrong? But the thing is, I've been looking at all these news stories, and nobody's talking about these girls. Everything's about Josh Duggar or the family or the show. And these girls are largely being ignored. And well, I think, they don't need to be put on the news or the limelight or anything like that. I did want to say that the effects of abuse are long-reaching. Yeah, post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, anxiety, amongst other things, are oftentimes a result of that. And so a lot of times these kids are going to require cognitive therapy, various psychological therapy, and it just isn't always just a situation where, well, we'll just pray it away and tell everybody to forgive each other. So I just wanted to kind of point that out. I think I think when we look at the Duggars, and I mean, I look at it as, I mean, it's hard because he was also a young boy. So there is that, factor where you go, well, predator or not, or doing something wrong or not. He was young at the time, but old enough to know better. So recognize what it is. It's abuse, and then you wonder, well, what happened to him that caused that? But also, I would say, always don't forget the victims. One thing I'm seeing in the news reports, and whether it's the Christian Post or some of these bloggers and things like that, is they're really focused on Josh, and they're not at all. Well, there's a few, formerly Fundy, and I would say that Christian Post finally came out with an article talking about victims, but these victims need to be protected, and they need to be cared for. And I wanted to kind of get your take on it. I don't know if anybody's been watching this, but what do you think? Do you think that the church is failing victims of child abuse, or do you think we're doing all right?
Hmm.
It's a
Does
heavy
any
one.
does anyone want to cover that one?
All in favor of moving on to the next one?
Oh, okay.
So it's a
I'll
heavy subject, and I won't
all right.
touch it. I
I'll
got it.
I'll touch it because if it's okay, just summarize it up again, just real quickly. Okay, so what exactly happened in the short sentence?
A man of 14, or young man of 14 years old, abused his sisters, He's on a reality TV show, a Christian reality TV show, called 19 Kids and Counting, and he abused his younger sisters, and it's become a scandal now that he's older. And it's been kind of a big uproar. People are saying, well, what do you expect? This is a patriarchal family. This is a patriarchal model, and it kind of hides abuse. And so that, I mean, like, I'm trying to tell you from the secular viewpoint, they're getting hammered. But from the Christian viewpoint, I'm seeing a lot of defense to Josh, who's 14 years old, but there's no defense to the victim.
Yeah, it's. All right. I mean, this guy's abusing his sisters, which are women. I'm sorry to say this, and this guy's name is Josh, the 14-year-old.
Well, he's older now, but when it
Yeah.
happened, he's about 14, yeah.
Yeah, how old is he now?
I want to say he's 30?
19.
19. 19, okay, 19.
19. Okay, he's 19. Yeah. If is he still doing this, or is this just now being caught?
No, he's not doing it, and there's a statute of limitations of 3 years, so it's been 3 years ago. They can't get him.
Okay, well, my suggestion is this: if he isn't sorry about that, or if he hasn't repented of that action, then I'm sorry to say this, but Josh, if you haven't done any of that, you're a retard. Okay. The idea that if you just abuse somebody, especially a woman, that doesn't make you a man. That just makes you a little sissy that you feel
Hold
like
up,
you need
hold up,
control
hold up.
over.
I don't think we know enough about the situation to make judgments on his character as harshly as that. And I say,
That's why I said
want to say
if
that-
he's still doing that, or if he still hasn't,
repented, right?
yeah.
But you're not going to bring anyone to repentance by saying that.
I was going to say it how I feel about it. I mean, that's the only thing that, I mean, it's just a
What
very
he did was wrong.
deep issue.
What he did was definitely wrong, but you also have to remember he's got the entirety of the world on his back as well now. So he's definitely getting his fair share of comeuppance.
Well, that's what you get when you go on reality TV. I mean,
Well,
who
that
was
wasn't. In all fairness, that wasn't his choice either. That was his parents' choice. He's still a minor. Oh, I mean, he was still a minor throughout all this. 14, 15 years old. He knows better not to touch his sisters. Yes, there might have been something that happened to him. We don't know. That
Right.
causes that. A lot of times abuse is a cycle. But my thing was that there was so much protection with Josh. In a lot of the Christian media, and I understand why. Again, he was a young man himself, and whatever. But at the same time, there is sometimes this problem of victim blaming and non-protection of victims within the church, and I think we kind of learned that from the Catholics. Sorry, Baldy, the Catholics scandals. That we've kind of learned, and the scandals in Boy Scouts and stuff like that. We've kind of learned that it's better to have transparency and have rules, and if you ever suspect abuse, it's just better to go to the police right away and be open about it.
Agreed.
And trying to protect people.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And that's what happened when I went through abuses. The social services were called in straight away. So when I was a young boy being fiddled, so to speak, the social services were called in straight away. It was an awkward conversation to have when you're that age with people you don't know, but it is better to call social services, trust me.
Yeah. So my thought, Leave, and this is a really heavy one, and so I apologize for that, but it's all over the news in America, at least. My thought is that while we can wonder what in the world happened to a young man to make him think that that's okay, or if he's not right in the head or whatever, I think that we could all agree that maybe that these people need some psychological help and proper counseling.
Definitely.
And
Or we can also pray for them. That's the best thing we can do at the moment.
Indeed.
agreed.
Okay. So that was a dark one, but hey, we're not going to be closed-minded on what topics we bring to the table, especially when you've got someone like me who we either might gain some people that find this entertaining, or we might lose some people that think I might be a Christian version of Christopher Hitchens or TJ from the Drunken Peasants. But anyways, let's move on to the next game that we're doing, or next show, and that part is a game. It is Picture Awesome. All right, so it's pretty much like I'm being the judge, and this is like Cards Against Humanity with pictures. What happens is I'm going to show a picture, and I guess while I'm at it, I might as well just post the link. I already did it in the comments, but if y'all want to join, y'all are more than welcome to. Definitely, I'm sharing the thing so y'all can participate on this. We got like four. I got 4 pictures, so it'll be very interesting. Hang on, Izalu is trying to send me the message. But yeah, I got 4 pictures, so we.
Yeah?
No, shh. No, we ain't dating.
Not yet.
Oh, come on.
Give it
But
time.
she does
This
take
is how rumors start, Kiefer.
Yeah, we don't go gossiping unless you
I'm just kidding, man.
unless
I
you
thought Christianist was of the, other persuasion.
Oh,
Oh, shh. Just because I made you that one picture doesn't mean I'm gay.
that's what happens when you believe in evolution, don't you know?
Yeah, I mean, you believe in evolution, all of a sudden you turn into a
you,
homosexual.
you'd know all about that, wouldn't you, Deirdre?
Okay,
Oh,
so
man.
I'm about to show the first picture, and this one definitely goes out to Baldy, because, this guy that's about to show up is from his country.
It is?
Yeah. Presenting to everyone, it is none
Who?
other than Sid Vicious, the former bassist of the Sex Pistols.
What?
You don't know who Sid Vicious is or the Sex Pistols?
I love it. What? What?
Obviously, he's not too familiar with things as you thought he might be.
Go listen to punk rock, man. I mean, those people were big in England around the 70s.
What?
Oh, you know what? Forget you. All right, so here's the scenario. You see that? Okay.
Sorry.
This is you, contestants. This is you.
It's not me.
What's
I was going to say, didn't you say it was that other guy?
Yeah, but basically, this is how you walk in and you see somebody. What do you say? Because this is y'all are meeting for the first time, or you're walking into their house. What do you say while you're at this pose?
Did you just really use the word y'all?
Y'all, it's acceptable. Moving on.
Yeah.
What's wrong, man? I say y'all.
I was raised in America. What can I do?
America.
In America.
I say y'all, man.
America, heck yeah, coming again to save the
You're
day.
saying that wrong. Let me try.
Okay. Can I? He's coming into my house right now, and I'm like,
He's not
No,
coming into
no,
my
no.
house.
No, that's you coming into someone's house and you see somebody.
oh,
So
why does it have to be
Not-
me?
because
I-
you had a bad hair day one day
And mustard.
and mustard, lots of mustard apparently. I don't even know what that is in his hand. It might be just a
It's a hot
It's a
dog.
hot
dog,
dog.
isn't it?
Yeah, it looks
Okay,
like
I'll-
I'll go
at least I know
first.
what
You
that is.
ready? I'll go first.
Yeah, you see somebody, you walk in the house, and what do you say?
Oops, some of it got in my mouth.
All right. Whoops, some of it got in my mouth. That's Deidre's answer.
Well, look at it. He's like, what the heck?
Okay, Baldy, your turn.
Do Kiwis first.
Okay, Keefe's your turn.
No comment. I'm trying to think of something.
You can't make anything? Come on, man. At least try a British voice or something.
No, my accent would be terrible.
I like that his button says I'm a mess.
Yeah, that's vicious, and we'll see it in the next picture. We'll see that little necklace is a lock. I think that was given by Nancy, his girlfriend, and basically said that basically made him her slave or something.
Does anyone feel like you're getting a punk rock history lesson here?
Yeah, I guess my entry could just be if anybody has any questions, just read the button.
All right, Keefe, so far you're in the lead. No offense, Deidre.
This is a hard one, man. Come on.
Well, let's
The
see what.
anime ones are easier than
I
this.
am
Let's see.
anti-hot dog.
All right, Baldy, what's your answer?
Don't worry, it's vegan.
Nice.
You know what, Jack, you won that one because the face I can picture it definitely. All right, so Jack won that round in my opinion. All right, we're gonna do the next one, which is also a Sid Vicious picture.
I won.
And this one's just crazy. This looks like anyone who realizes they had a bad dream or something and they just woke up. So yeah, this is the picture. And that's the same guy. Okay, so who wants to take this one first?
What's the scenario again?
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, this is your photo for a dating website.
Oh dear.
And what is the caption that you put that describes what you're looking for in a relationship? Anybody want to take that one? By the way, viewers, if you want in, y'all are free to take on this stuff.
Looking
yeah,
for something
what?
appropriate to say. Filter is on.
And no pressure, but there are 3 people watching this right now.
One of which is you.
Really? How can you tell? No, I mean like our viewers so far.
Showing you my sexy face.
Oh wow. Okay. I'll
Dating website. Like, I don't know what to say.
All right, I'll give it that. Keefies or Baldy, do y'all want to try this one?
Y'all.
Y'all, what's going on, y'all?
Y'all.
Wearing my fishnet shirt.
You already went. You should disqualify her. She tried to go twice.
Y'all, what's this camera doing here? Y'all.
It
Wait.
would be really awkward if a woman wore that shirt. I'm just gonna point that out.
Yeah, it would. Yeah. Wait, was that your answer, Keefies? What's this camera doing here?
Yeah, y'all.
Y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we know what you're saying.
He needs like a weed out of his mouth or something.
I've
Okay.
got something.
All right, what you got?
Transvestite seeks bear.
Wow.
Wait. No, hold on a second.
Hang
We
on.
There was no one watching, I think, when that happened. What was that again?
I didn't say anything.
With transvestite bear or something?
No.
What? Oh,
Transvestite seeks bear.
transvestite seeks bear. Okay. Jackie, you win this one.
I'm good at these.
Yeah, you is, apparently.
I've been on the internet so long, my soul is black enough to be able to do these.
My soul is black enough.
Alright, we're reaching the realm of anime again.
Yeah.
And for this one, I think Deidre might actually enjoy this.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and so would Jack, because guess what? We're gonna see our good old friends, Fairy Tale!
Hey.
Happy!
Yay, it's happy. Can anyone do the... Jack, you've seen the show. Can you do the I voice that he does?
I can, but I'd wake everyone up if I did it right now.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, it's like
said that.
6 in the morning where he's at,
3.
or 3 in the morning, either way, it's early. If we were the drunken peasants, I think Jack would be asleep by now if he, based on the time he's been drinking.
Wait, what?
I don't know. Anyways,
Man, I can hold my drink. I can drink a whole half pint.
Ah,
Oh,
I already thought of a response for this one.
alright, so starting with Keefies, here's one.
Because he's pointing, so it's like...
Alright, either based on him you can do two scenarios you can choose. Either based on him pointing at something, like saying, look, you can choose the scenario.
Yeah?
Either he's looking at something and is pointing it at and saying something about it, or you just came up with an idea and you're about to tell the world about it. So, Keefies, which of those do you want to do?
I'll do the first one.
Okay, so he's pointing at something, and he's trying to tell us what this thing is. What is it, Keefies?
Look, everybody, I'm in a Windows photo viewer.
Wow.
Okay, man.
Keefy,
Well, he is pointing at
resist.
that.
Oh, wow.
This is Happy from Fairy Tale, not Deadpool.
What, you don't like my breaking the fourth wall?
I think Happy would probably break at the fourth wall, to be honest.
He does quite a bit.
Yeah, okay, so, Keefies, so far, since you made us think and get all philosophical, you've got
Well,
the...
of course he's in the lead so far. He went first.
Yeah, but still, so far I think his answer's good.
And that's me holding back, by the way, because I mean, if I really wanted to, I'd probably go full out Deadpool, but I'd be inappropriate for this podcast.
Right.
More inappropriate than transvestite Seeks Bear.
Dude, I'm like the Deadpool of Google Plus right here. Except I'm the Keefe's mercenary.
So,
I'm the elite hunter, man. You don't know I'm a mercenary too?
alright, dang it, what the heck? Baldy? Do you have one?
Yeah, I'll do the idea one.
Okay, you came up with an idea. What's the big idea, Baldy? What you got? What are you flying around for?
I do declare if every member of this church donates $300, I'll be able to afford that new private jet.
Oh,
Hallelujah.
hallelujah! I'll give you $600 just because I feel like I'm that Pharisee
because
that
it's true.
I'm that Pharisee that I am so much better than this publican here. Man, okay. I'm gonna give that to Baldy since he just made me think of scripture. But Deidre, if you can beat it, we'll see what happens. Which of the ideas do you want to do? Do you want to do him coming up with an idea, or he's pointing at something?
I guess an idea.
All right, what's the idea, Deidre?
I have an idea. Sorry.
The idea is that all cats go to heaven, but dogs go to hell.
Oh.
Animals lack immortal souls.
Oh wow.
Well,
Okay,
this animal has wings, so I don't know.
Exes or animals.
because she observed that this thing had wings and then stated that, and then the fact that cats don't like dogs that much.
You're kidding, right?
What?
I've had cats and dogs living together ever since I was a kid.
Okay, well, the
cat-
minority lives together.
Actually, I have a cat and dog too, but that cat blinded my dog, and I had to take it to the ER, and now that dog has a scar on his eye.
What do you say
Oh,
about
nice.
minorities?
Oh, look at that. Alright, you know what? We're getting
You're a
to...
racist.
Yeah, I'm a racist, alright. But Deidre, I'm not a sexist because
That's
you
racist.
just... I'm not a sexist because you just won that round, Deidre.
Actually, that is sexist because he just gave it to her on basis of her gender.
Yay!
No, I gave it to her.
gender.
I gave it to her
what?
because she focused on the fact that had wings and then made that answer, so...
Wow, yay feminism.
Also,
Don't say that word in my presence, boy.
You call me boy? We're going back to slave times?
Girl power,
Okay.
go.
alright, one
Oh,
more
wait,
picture.
wait, you're black?
Yeah?
It's okay, I have a black friend.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
that's not
crying
black.
out loud.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, man?
What's up?
What's poppin', ya?
Oh, so many racist jokes coming to mind, but I know the Americans watching will burn me if I use that word.
We will
Alright.
burn you. It'll be like Baltimore, but up in here.
You guys are
Alright, here we go. This
I love
is
you
the
really, Keepies.
Alright, this is our next picture. I've been still trying to figure out what the scenario. Either he's excited of something he saw, Okay, here's the two scenarios that you can choose. Either you saw something exciting, and you gotta say what it is, while pretending to be this character, or you're diving in a pool, and you're saying something for all the people in the pool to hear. So, who wants to grab this one first?
Crickets. Chirp, 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 chirp.
Is it just me, or does that cat look a little bit like Joel Osteen?
I've already used the prosperity preacher in one of these. I can't do it again.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, he does seem a little shiny today.
Hey, look, guys! I'm a shiny happy card. I'm really rare. Splash.
Uh-oh, we lost Keefies.
Kiffy's come back!
You can blame it all on me.
Kiffy's come back!
Oh, yeah.
I think this picture offended his delicate sensibilities.
I think so too.
Why is that?
Because it's so oppressive.
Oppressive?
That's right, because here's what the cat's saying while it's flying through the air. Gravity, you can't oppress me. You can't keep me out of heaven.
Is that going to be your answer for the photo?
That was such a good opportunity for
Yes.
a Baltimore joke, and you completely missed it.
Yeah. Well, I don't do much Baltimore jokes.
Christians against gravity.
Mums against gravity.
Okay. Well, I can't find a.
I believe
reason
I can
Keefies not.
fly.
All right, we got someone that wants to join.
Touch the sky.
Oh, dang it.
Dream
Okay,
about it
Keefies
every
is
night
back.
and day.
Then I got shot. Sorry.
All right. All
I
right. So
believe I can fly.
Dustmeister.
Got
I
shot
just
down
dropped
by
out,
the
and,
FBI.
All right. So
All I
What
Dustmeister.
wanted was a
happens, 'cause
bag of
apparently,
chips.
my Wi-Fi like dropped out or something.
Okay, we was wondering about you.
Yeah, I didn't just leave as I didn't mean
I was
because
afraid
not
you had
too
been
racist.
smited.
Don't worry about it.
All right. So hopefully Dustmeister might join us. Dusty or whoever might join us. So, anyone want to take this one, or Deidre? Did you want to make that will gravity comment your answer?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a comment?
Mhm.
Wow,
That's what I'm going with.
cool.
Okay, so yeah, she's basically saying this cat is defying gravity, and that's what the cat is being all cheerful about.
Oh. Alright.
Well, the cat does have wings. It defies gravity all the time.
Oh, this is anime. Logic doesn't exist.
It's defying it because gravity is the grand oppressor, and it's keeping us out of heaven.
If gravity is that important to
You know
anime,
what?
then
I'm converting to what
anime
people bring.
hair wouldn't exist.
All right.
He brings up a good point.
All right, Keefies. What's your answer? All right, wait. The situations are: you're a cat that's diving into a pool, and you're saying a cool catchphrase or something,
Yeah.
or something funny, or you're very excited at something you just saw,
Okay.
and you have to say what it is. So, which of those two do you want?
What if he's diving into a pool?
Then you kind of come up with like a catchphrase or something that you're shouting out to the people that's in the pool with you.
Okay. Maybe I can aim for a bit of sarcasm here.
Sure.
Maybe.
Ow. I just hit my
Yeah! I'm gonna miss the pool!
Oh man, I
I
imagine,
want to do my one right now.
I just imagined it. Happy fell on the ground or something and he's bleeding.
I want to do my one right now.
All right. Which of them are you doing? Pool or happy excited
Crunch.
about? What?
Crunch.
Crunch.
Gravity is real.
Wow.
That was supposed to come off the back of Kiki's one. So
Okay.
he should get it in all fairness.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I should have caught that. That's why you should have yelled it actually, or got to it while I was talking.
I can't yell. I can't. I know. Stop judging me. Stop judging me.
Shh.
I'm
Why are
gonna
we
band.
whispering?
I'm gonna band with my brother Keefies against the oppressor. Stop judging me for not being able to yell.
Are we in the cone of silence?
You ableist.
Shh, we're
All
supposed
right.
to be quiet.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Keefies. I can't hear you over how quiet everything is. Hush. We're
Okay.
driving away every viewer we have. It's okay, because we're all hellbound in this room anyway.
Yeah.
We're all heretics, just by associating with Deidre.
Why?
It could be worse. We could believe that homosexuality was okay, just like Christian anarchist does.
Shut up.
Could be worse. We could be an Evo-tard.
Okay. You know what? Next. All right. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna take dictatorship. All right. Welcome, Dusty.
Hey,
Be right
Dusty.
back. I'm gonna convert to Calvinism right now.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I think this is a.
development.
Yeah, I think. You know what?
Just kidding.
Yeah. All right. So.
We got
I didn't know if there was enough.
Dustmaster in here.
Yeah. Okay. Baldy. All right. Shh. Baldy.
Keefies. Hey, Keefies. Do you think he can hear us?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn it, the whisper function in this room isn't very good.
Hey guys, I can hear y'all. But anyways,
Yeah.
people are going to be staring at this picture and they're going to be asking us to do something. So, Jack,
The
what's
question I have is, who is the most heretic of us all? He's about to ask me what my answer to the picture was when I've already given it. It was crunch.
I will yell if I have to do something to get y'all's attention. And my grandpa's asleep, so I don't care.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Carry on.
All right, so
Okay,
Jack,
go ahead.
what's your are you doing the diving option, or are you doing he's excited about something?
Yeah, diving. It was supposed to be crunch. Crunch is my answer.
Oh, crunch is your answer. Okay, so you're all right. So him and Keefe's tag team, so they're both in the lead because they're a team apparently.
I never agreed to that.
Well, you're gonna have to.
You don't have to. It's irresistible grace.
Oh, there we go. This program was brought to you by the irresistible grace of God.
You can't choose Jack, but Jack chooses you.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure that's also called rape.
Yeah. Okay. And we also promoted rape on here a bit. Anyways, Deidre. Deidre, what
Someone
is
get
your...
a soundbite of that.
You know, I'm gonna use that on a Calvinist. I'll be like, that is spiritual rape, and then they'll see what they say.
Okay, let's not bash on Calvinists too much on here. Okay, so Deidre, what topic are you gonna choose for the cat picture? Are you going to dive, or are you excited about something?
She
I already
chose
answered.
defying gravity.
I was defying gravity because it's oppressing me.
I'm retarded right at the moment. Dusty, do you have a microphone? Because all we're seeing is All right, can you use it?
To all the Calvinists out there, I secretly love you guys. So do I, but only on Sundays.
All right, so Dusty, here's how the game works. You've seen what we've been doing. Either you're going with the option that this cat is diving into a pool, or he's excited about something. If he's diving into a pool, what would be the catchphrase or awesome thing you would say before diving? And if it's the excited, you have to shout what it is you're excited about. You got the rules?
Oh, yeah, I think I got it.
Alrighty then. Which
I
of
need to
the
say, oh
no.
yeah, again, one more time.
Your voice is magical.
I know, it sounds like the oh yeah song from like the 80s, you know that one? From Ferris
Oh, yeah.
Bueller.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's focus on him for a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Barry White, is that you?
Alright, so Dusty, which one are you doing? Diving in the pool or excited about something?
Diving in the pool.
Alright, diving in the pool. What is the catchphrase or thing you're about to shout out to the people as you're diving into the pool with your awesomeness, since you're a cat, apparently?
Dusty, narrate my life.
No, narrate his life.
Can you
Okay.
imagine
In a
me trying to
world
sleep
of
though?
something.
and he's narrating.
In a world.
In a world with exciting cats and pools.
He needs to win just because of the voice.
Yeah, he already did win.
That voice, man, it's awesome.
I would like to point something out because Keefe brought this picture in the side chat, and I figured I might as well do it. Anyone remember Blue's Clues?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Behold,
Yes.
your beloved Steve, or whatever his name was.
Ooh.
What's he doing with his tongue? Is he
Well,
got like leftover pancake syrup he's trying to reach or something?
You
In
never
a
know.
world where childhood icons turn rogue.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm out. I'm out.
Two thumbs up for then. And now look at him now.
Wow. Alright, so that one's done.
He's thinking about Keefe's whenever he's doing that.
Yeah. Okay, I can't believe I walked into that one. I did not
Yeah,
realize.
you did. It's okay. Now we know.
Anyone want to see Dusty doing it?
Dusty, are you? I'm sorry, but have you ever played God in any Bible movies?
What's that again?
Have you ever played God in any Bible movies?
I'm thinking about it.
For those of you that don't know what Dusty's view of religion is, and if I'm correct on this, I think he's a deist, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
kind of. Roundabout, yeah.
Hey, Dusty, can you say these words? Can you say, "Death comes unexpectedly"?
Death comes unexpectedly.
You feel that?
You're
You
better
feel
than
that?
the Honest Trailers guy.
Yeah, tell me this. Say what I just typed in.
He needs to make me an intro for the I'm Right, You're Wrong show.
Who touched the peanut butter?
Guys, all we're doing. This poor man
Who
has
touched
come
the
in.
peanut butter?
All these people.
Get
We
your
need to
hands
do
off
the
my
intro
peanut
for,
butter.
I need to do the intro for the Sober Peasants as
People
well.
didn't think we're messed up heretics. They're gonna think so now. We're talking about who's touching whose peanut butter.
Get off my
I
peanut
ain't touching
butter.
my peanut
Hang on,
butter.
let Jack. He was trying to say something. What was
Sorry.
it?
Actually, all I want to say now, forget whatever I was going to say about abusing this majestic voice. I think what we should be focusing on is the fact that the peanut butter, guys, the peanut butter is a free gift. You do not earn it; it gives itself to you, so you can
Alright.
touch it whenever you want.
Yeah, the peanut butter, the peanut butter doesn't require jelly. The peanut butter just is.
Okay, you know what? Let's move on before we get into inappropriate. Here's one I want Dusty to do. I want to go back to this one.
Make us an intro. Okay.
This is Sid Vicious. If you don't know who this is, Dusty.
Okay.
Basically, the scenario for this one is that this is your profile picture for a dating website.
Okay.
What is the caption that you would put for this picture?
This is the lock of the last chastity belt that I broke.
Oh,
The lock of the
Wow.
what?
Chastity belt.
Oh, you have got to be kidding me.
he's implying he's well endowed.
Yep. I think
Just
that's
That's
like-
my answer.
I didn't get
No,
that part.
Have you ever seen
You're too innocent. No,
Men in
don't
Tights?
say anything.
I'm too innocent.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
too innocent.
Eyes.
And just because the happy one went well, I'm gonna show the other one, and then we're gonna move on to do some apologetics. That since Dusty's here, and
I haven't got Dusty to read anything for me yet.
Yeah.
Oh, read something for Jack.
My internet screwed me over. Can you go and find John chapter 1, Gospel of John chapter 1, and just read the first few lines of that?
I got my Bible right here. Hang on one second. That really hurt.
I didn't mean to flash the F word counter. That's from a different room. I was making fun of someone, and I had a counter going by every time they said the F word, and I just flashed that. So I just want to explain why the F word counter just flashed.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know what was going on.
There was somebody that was like every other word, F this, F this, F this, and so I just started using a counter, and it was going by.
You said the Gospel of John, right?
Yeah, the first few verses.
So what are you doing right now?
It should be quite obvious where you should start because it's formatted differently in most Bibles.
Alright. Go ahead, Dusty.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehendeth it not.
Ooh,
There was a man sent from God whose name was John. I'm guessing that's it.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Oh wow.
Maybe I need to go to audible.com.
I crap you not. I will pay you real-ish Monopoly money to read through certain parts of the Bible and let me record it.
Realish.
Realish Monopoly money. Awesome.
All
Oh,
right,
so
so
we're using our
let's
Canadian money. Thanks for making fun of its coloredness.
Looney Tunes.
hang on. Let's try this one more picture for Dusty. Dusty, another two option scenario. You are either pointing at something and you're trying to state to us what it is you're pointing. Secondly, you just have an idea. What's the idea? So which of those two do you want to do?
I kind of like the first one. Let's go with the first one.
All right, you're pointing at something. Dusty, what are you pointing at? Why are you flying? And why are you a blue miniature cat that looks like something from whatever that TV show on Cartoon Network is called?
I got you. Well, it seems like the cat is actually a little jealous, and he's pointing at the Blue Angels, and he wants to be a Blue Angel so bad that he crafted some wings, and he wants to fly around them so bad, but he gets so excited because he's not that fast. And he's explaining to his friends, you know what, guys, if I had wings like that, I could fly that fast. You see, the thing is, he's a cat, and cats can't go faster than the speed of sound unless being shot out of a cannon.
Right, all in favor of firing every single one of us and just having Dusty talk for a few hours.
We can't. No, I'm not going to be like that. But I don't know. Maybe Dusty could, if he wants, he can join.
He should do our intro for the Sober Peasants.
That was fantastic. That was fantastic.
You know?
This is better than Morgan Freeman, and that's saying something.
I know. Next up, 50 Shades of Grey. I'm just kidding. Don't.
No.
Oh,
Don't.
we crossed the threshold.
Yeah.
I only mention that
Yeah.
because a voice actor started reading it in the voice of Morgan Freeman, and yeah.
I've seen the parrot from Aladdin read through 50 Shades of Grey in that voice.
That's got to be the
Godfrey.
most disturbing thing ever.
He did say that it was disturbing. Okay,
world.
real quickly, since Dusty, the non-Christian, is on here, let's get our apologetics round because we got about 25 seconds left on the Sober Peasants. So,
What?
What?
25 seconds.
Minutes. Retarded moment here.
So it's like he's gonna be like, God.
25-second lightning round apologetics.
I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna turn that
25,
segment into a
24,
separate video.
23, 22, 21.
20.
Go, go, go.
19.
Quick, hurry up!
Would
Use presuppositionalism. That's the fastest. Go.
Presuppositionalism is the most
How do you
terrible
know?
apologetics.
God or no God. God
No
or no
God.
God.
Oh God! You know what? We're ending early.
Pascal's wager. Pascal's wager.
Wow. Okay. You know what? All right. So seriously though, we have 24 minutes left. But
Sorry.
Dusty, uh, is there any questions that you would have for a Christian on any sort of topic, considering morality, what's in the Bible, or anything?
No.
No questions, really.
There we go.
No.
It's over.
We're clocking off early, guys. Job well done.
Well,
I really don't want to be honest with you.
well, then why not a Christian? Then why not be a Christian? That's my question. Then.
Why not be a Christian?
Yeah, that's my. I guess
Oh.
You could make a hell of a living out of doing Bible tapes.
Yeah, he's got a point.
He said hell. He said hell.
Maybe. I really don't know. Why not be a Christian? It just seems like a form of control more than anything, but that's just my personal opinion. You can stay in that if you want to.
Try again. Well, I think that the fact that you're thinking it's a form of control more than anything is Marxist thought and has nothing to do with Christian history, which stretches back 2,000 years prior. So try again.
Okay.
Deidre, do you want to try to? Do you think it's a form of control of Christianity for you?
I mean, in the sense that we submit to a king who is God, maybe, like we submit our desires, as we get transformed and there's the
I can
renewing of our
answer this.
mind and stuff like that. I mean, yes, in a sense, it's control by choice, maybe, but as far as the church or man controlling you, I don't think it has to be that way. I think there's been attempts and people, trying to do that, but I don't think that's at the core of Christianity.
All right. Keefe, you said you had the answer?
Yeah, it is a form of control, but the thing is that you really don't have a choice, because if you choose wrong, then you go to hell, so.
All right.
I suppose that's a very blunt way of putting it.
Well, he's very blunt because he smokes blunts, I guess.
Keefe says there's a gun called hell and it's pointed at his head, so what is he going to do?
Dusty, my joking answer about Marxism aside, I would like to point out in the beginning of Christianity, the very early days, it wasn't control at all, and I can prove this by the fact that, and still today, Christians are killed for being Christian. If they were, if it was just a method of control, wouldn't they be thinking that someone threatening to kill them because they profess Christ was a liberation? And wouldn't they take that liberation?
I never said it was just a form of control.
Right. Dusty, what's your response?
Well, my response to that would be, as far as like church history, it just seems like that there's a bunch of holes in the history. Now, you could probably show me exactly how, you can explain it from a Christian perspective, but I really don't have my stuff together to show my, present my point of view.
Well, I'm a big lover of history, so anytime you want to get together and talk history, I'm game. All for it.
Cool. I'm all for that, man. I like history as well.
And even though I believe I like history and that, I can do it from like a non-believer's perspective still. Because I'm pretty skeptical about things still.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a believer doesn't mean I just buy everything that young Earth creationists tell me in that.
Yeah, Keefe has got the right sort of attitude. The Bible actually teaches a spirit of skepticism. So you
Dusty actually see Christianity in the similar light. It's just that I believe and he doesn't. Only difference, really.
Yeah. Well, the Bible teaches Christians to test all spirits that come to you, lest you be led astray. So you could say Christians are the original skeptics. But as far as church history goes, it's far more coherent and far better documented than things like Gaius Julius Gallic Wars, things like Tacitus and all the rest.
Dusty, to help him out, is just two things. One, Pascal's wager, so I mean, you don't want to go to hell, do you? I'm just saying, practically, so be careful. Second one
Hold on, though. The problem with that and Pascal's wager, and Matt Dillahunty and Dark Matter have even pointed this out, is what about the Pascal's wager for Allah? What about the Pascal's wager for Vishnu or Shiva? Or what about
Exactly, but there's more evidence for the whole Christianity thing than there is for the others.
Well, that's an entire different story.
Yeah, so Pascal wager still works.
Okay, then
And
never mind.
You could easily disprove the other stuff.
What was your second point, Keepies?
Second point was and now I'm speaking kind of like my mother here. This is what she would say, is that if you really want to know like does God exist, I'd say that you'd like really just have to open your heart and like ask him, like just pray that he'd reveal himself to you. And I know it seems like a kind of lame answer, but I mean that's ultimately all you can really do.
Welcome.
Because I mean, unless you're indoctrinated into it, or God does something himself, he initiates like the whole relationship, like how it happens with some people, then you're not gonna ever get to know God unless you make that effort. That's just how it is in this modern world.
Yeah, and someone just joined. The name's in Arabic. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but can you hear us?
Never mind.
Can you hear us? Can you say hi?
Maybe he's setting up a microphone.
Hey there, man. You got a turban?
Well, we'll just see how he does. He might join in later.
Hey,
Maybe
Dusty,
not.
you should say hello to him. The power and majesty of your voice might compel him to come out.
Speak.
Is it Amid al-Harbi? Amid al-Harbi?
How'd you do that?
What? How'd you do that?
Google.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say I can't read those squiggles.
Amid al. I don't know if it's correct at all or if I'm saying it right.
Oh, he's gone. I've got to say
Yeah.
one thing. The
I
Arabic
butchered his language.
Way to
the
go.
Arabic language is far more aesthetically pleasing on paper than English letters.
Maybe, but I gotta tell you, it's not really as
Sure,
sweet
it's
to the
harder.
ear.
No.
Farsi's pretty, but I don't find Arabic very sweet to the ear. Not as bad as German though. German's worse.
I like German. It sounds cool.
It is not sweet to the ear. Everything's like ambulance was Krakenwagen, and it's like gruff. And I'm like, holy cow, like calm down. It just sounds angry all the time.
Sounds
No
cool.
offense, German people, but
Dusty,
I
it's
want to
rough.
learn German.
Dusty, could you go find some Shakespearean poetry and read it to me, just as as like a bedtime thing?
Maybe later. This is Anarchist show, and I don't want to do anything.
It was a joke.
I don't want to mix it up from his schedule.
Well, thank you, man. At least you're respectful.
So what's next on your agenda?
All right, I want to talk about this. How many of y'all remember seeing the Matt Dillahunty and Cy Ten Bruggencate debate?
Oh yeah, I even watched the one where he's taking it apart and telling him like what he did wrong. It was like instant replay, Matt Dillahunty.
I don't think I remember seeing that. I know who they are, but I haven't seen them debate each other.
Baldy, have you seen it?
Seen what? Sorry, I didn't catch the title.
They call it
The
the.
Cy Ten Bruggencate versus Matt Dillahunty, the guy from the Atheist Experience.
No, I haven't seen it. You'll have to link it to me sometime.
Oh well, it's called the Refining Reason debate. It was
Maybe I
about
should call into their show, see what they think of my voice.
that would be awesome. I'd definitely check that out.
It's like, what's up, bro? I'm Keefies.
I should do that one day. I should
I got a
call
question.
in. All right, so there was a point in a after show or pre-show.
Can you disprove body thetans? Sorry.
There's where he was on Dogma Debate Radio, and he was asked, how can I reconcile a loving God with what some of the stuff in Scripture says, like in the Old Testament where he'd done some of this stuff, or even some things in the New Testament which I don't approve of. And Cy Ten Bruggencate said this, he could reconcile it easily, no problem. God is not all loving. God hates some people, and said that it would make no sense to send somebody to hell if he loved them, because that'd be a weird way to show love.
There we go.
Oh.
Boom.
Dustmaster, your mic's still on. We can hear you, your guitar.
My
I put
bad.
up a graphic for you so you can see the passion.
I see.
That looks like Matt Dillahunty versus Matt Dillahunty.
Wow.
It's like the alternate version of him in a different universe.
It does though.
Yeah, it's basically like a Christian version of Dillahunty.
Dillahunty versus Matt Dillahunty.
But yeah,
Ultimate battle.
based on that comment that I just said that Sai-Ten gave for his answer, what do y'all think on that?
I think that
I think
he's
that makes perfect
wrong.
sense.
It does, except that God hateth nothing that he hath made.
But he had a good point, though.
He did. Just wasn't historical Christianity.
I don't know. I actually kind of agree.
What?
That makes more sense. That obviously he doesn't, love everybody. Otherwise, he'd send them to hell.
The scriptures
Unless,
say
unless,
he
unless
loves them.
annihilationism is the right way to go, then it makes sense.
The reason
Die.
the reason people go to hell is as a punishment for their deeds, not because of God's opinion of them.
Yeah, but it's not really
if
too much
you-
of a punishment if you can't learn from it,
Well, that's also a very
because you're
modern.
there forever.
That's a very modern view of punishment. Punishment in the biblical world was always about shame, de-shaming people. So to be in hell is to be outside of the city of the New Jerusalem, which we find in Revelation, which is a symbol, meaning you're outside of this new world, new heavens, new earth that God is building. It doesn't mean eternal hellfire, not by any stretch of the imagination. That's all symbolism as well. What it does mean is you will be outside of this new creation that God has made, of your own choice and free will, not because you weren't invited. You are sent to hell, not because God hates you so much as because God hates what you have done. Some things that could be used against us are things like Psalm 5:5, but that also takes the scripture out of the narrative of the entirety of the psalm, like most verses which are pulled out of context like this.
I don't know, man. If
So-
you can be tormented for eternity, that does not sound loving at all.
Now let's just quickly say it doesn't say anything about torment.
Actually, it does. Weeping and gnashing of teeth. You need to look at that text more, man.
Yes, again, that's Hebrew imagery
How do you
being
know
on
that?
the outside of an honor circle. Well, because they were an honor-based culture. It's not then a far stretch to believe that the weeping and gnashing of teeth was actually a reference to the weeping and gnashing of teeth that one would experience under very societal, ostracization, basically. The smoke of their torment rose in the presence of the Lamb is something that you could use, I suppose, in the first few books of the first few chapters of the Book of Revelation. But even that is all symbolism. So we don't know for sure what happens in hell. All we know for sure is that whoever is in hell is there because of what they did, not because of who they are.
I'd say
mean,
we
how
do
would
know
you
what
know?
happens.
Well,
Just
you're
people
free
that,
to.
the people that they have like those death experiences and they go to hell and that. It's all fire.
Well, I wouldn't
bad.
place any stock in those personally.
Why not? Because some are really. Come on, man. Some of them are really
Well,
convincing.
I wouldn't place any stock in people going, or apparently going to hell and coming back. In the same way, I wouldn't place any stock in people going to heaven and
You
coming
never heard
back.
of the book 23 Minutes in Hell?
Have you ever
No,
heard of the book Heaven is for Real and how it turned out it was a fraud and it was a lie?
This one wasn't a fraud, man. This
Well,
one guy.
I have read that book and I think it's a fraud. But
You do?
yeah.
Why?
I do not think it at all is possible for a mere human being to die, go to hell, and come back. No.
Not even if you're like, you die, but then you come back because you got revived.
Do you think that God would go just kidding and do a yo-yo?
Well, it's not that. It's just that your soul's connected to your body, so when you die, it's like, oh, now it's time to go somewhere.
The
But
key
your
fees, I
body's,
think
oh
the best
crap, I
way,
better go back to the body.
key fees, the best way to think
Yeah.
about this is to think, well, what is it the church has taught over the last 2,000 years on this subject?
That
And that
hell
would
is
be,
like burning and torment.
the church has definitely propagated this imagery, yes, because it was useful for the teaching of,
Dante's
um,
Inferno.
well, Dante's Inferno wasn't a church teaching, and that was a work of fiction.
Yeah, but that's what inspired a lot of things, according to some people.
They would almost certainly be correct, but I want to point out that in Eastern traditions, etc., and I think they're more accurate than Roman ones on this particular point, is that the hell of fire isn't so much a literal hell of fire than it is being outside of the kingdom of God, the new heavens and the new earth, and following that entire arching narrative of the Bible of love and new creation. I don't think that hell is a literal fire. It might be, I might be wrong, but I think there is information that proves it's a more subtle experience than that. By no means is it going to be fun. It's probably going to be, as you said, very, very bad with weeping and gnashing of teeth, but I don't think it's because you're being burnt.
All
How
right.
do you
Anybody
explain the
else?
whole lake of fire thing? It
I can
says
Also
answer.
symbolism.
flames
I
and
can answer.
everything in
I can
there.
answer that one.
Really?
The Lake of Fire.
Remember what Killbox said? How hell goes to hell? Now that's scary.
That is weird. Lake
Wouldn't
of
that imply
Fire.
universalism?
The Lake of Fire is, I believe, if I'm correct, a place where there was a sacrifice, basically, for people who worship the god Moloch. And one of the things was definitely
Nope,
fire.
it's a different word. Lake of fire is found in the Revelation. The word that you're looking for is Gehenna, which is what Jesus speaks of. But the
Okay.
lake of fire is a different word. It's a completely different word.
I just remember. Okay, now wait. Did the Lake of Fire just, by the way, happen to mention like sulfur and something? Fire
Lake
and
of
sulfur.
fire is where the Antichrist and the prophet and everything is thrown in, if you remember, in Revelation.
I would also like to point out Revelation is also a lot of symbolism and imagery. So when you read the book of Revelation, you have to you read it with the mind of a first century Jewish John.
Right. All right. So I
Which is
think
hard to do.
let's wrap
Well, you
this
gotta
up.
be
Maybe
careful
we.
because if you start thinking, if you start like adding or taking away stuff from it, then you get that
Well,
curse.
maybe this is a point to come back to on the next episode of the Sober Peasants, but I think CA wants to wrap it up.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, so you gotta be careful what you say, because remember that warning.
Right. All right. So I think we
Thanks
should
for the
wrap
warning,
this.
man.
Right. We should wrap this up. Maybe we could discuss this again.
Just saying, Dusty, you better believe, or else. I know this seems like Pascal's negative. That's the only thing. That's the only thing
Keefies.
I'm hanging on.
Keefies.
What?
I think the apostles might have had a different approach, man. More like believe so that you may enter into the fullness of God and fullness of life, in love and in happiness and in health and joy. Not
Yeah,
much.
that works for them.
So I think, you
Well, let's put it this
catch
way.
more fight.
The gospel's bigger than you don't want to burn, do you? If you can whittle down the gospel to you don't want to burn, do you? That's not very good news. I mean, it's good that I guess I don't want to burn. I mean, yeah, but doesn't the gospel offer more than that?
I mean, we have to
That
remember
you
that
don't want to burn things sounds good to me. It works. Keeps me on
well,
my
if that's the part that captures your imagination and provides you with the faith you need to do good works, then go for it. But
Too
it's not for
freaking
everyone.
scared to become an atheist. There we go.
But okay, that's fair
I'm
enough. But
so
remember,
skeptical of all this stuff, but whatever.
remember when Paul was writing about the teaching of how he taught different people, he said he was all things to all men. So what works for you might not necessarily work for somebody else. Yes, sorry, CA, go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna need to wrap this up. We're about out of time.
This has been the Cynical Peasants.
Cynical peasants, eh? Oh yeah. So This has been the Sober Peasants with the topic
And
of
Lord.
if anyone knows this song, sing with me as I act like the opposite of what we're supposed to be.
Okay.
We're show Ronery, show Ronery, show Ronery, show Ronery,
We are
Ronery.
the mostly sober peasants.
Yeah, we are the mostly sober. Yeah, one of them's gone
Next
gone
time
off
we
the
have
deep
to
end.
show where
I
we're
don't know
all
what's
high.
going on anymore.
Can I go to bed now?
We just
Yep,
have to do
we're
a
gonna
show
end
where
it.
we're all high.
Yeah, so
That'll be
ladies
fun.
and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with us.
Mhm.
I'm CA. Keefe, do you want to say your name?
I'm Keefe's, the Elite Hunter. Go ahead, follow that if you want to, because I'll be making my own videos shortly.
We also got
And you should believe in God so you don't burn.
Baldy.
Well, I am Baldy the Limey, and you should believe in God, A, so you don't burn, and B, to enter into the fullness of life.
But more importantly, that you don't burn.
Deidre.
Hi, my name's Deidre. I'm a Christian, and I want to urge everybody to love God with all your soul, mind, and heart, and to love others.
Or you'll burn.
Dusty.
Hello, this is the Dustmeister, and I highly encourage anybody and everybody to love regardless of what they believe.
Can you say that
You should
again, but
believe in
slower?
God so you don't burn.
Dusty, he wants you to say it again.
No,
Say
I
what
wasn't
again?
actually being serious. But if you will, then all the better. Just end the show.
Quickly, end it.
Dang it, hang on.
Just point the dog out of its misery.
Broadcast. I am Jew.